I grew up on this land. My father bought the place in 1945. I was 3. It was really a magical time, playing among the historic buildings, having my own horse, and spending summers with the guests. The original resort opened in 1873 and was very popular with affluent San Francisco families. It was really the place to be in the Napa Valley. Aetna Springs finally closed 100 years later in 1973. When I heard how they were going to restore the old resort, it just warmed my heart. People will be able to come out here and enjoy it as I did when I was growing up. I can't tell you how excited I was and my family to hear that this place was going to be restored to the grandeur that it was years ago.
We started looking around just the history of the place and trying to make sure we don't destroy anything of the place and actually just breathe life back into it.
What made this place special was that it was a place that people used to come for long periods of time. They would bring their entire families with them. And it was really a glorified campground, if you will, except that it provided great food, great accommodations.
What somebody's going to take away from this place after being here is just kind of a step back in time, a simpler time. When you're here, you don't hear traffic, you hear the wind blowing, you hear the birds. There's no cars, everything slows down. I think we have a lot of capability here to provide the lifestyle that everybody dreams of. And I think that what we can do here is to create kind of a Norman Rockwell version of a Napa Valley lifestyle.
When you have thousands of acres of Napa Valley, virgin land, and the opportunity to build from the ground up, it's just an opportunity to paint the clouds.
I think people sort of enjoy the unbelievably temperate climate. It involves a lot of outdoor activity, whether it is tennis or it's golf or it's swimming. People are really outside a lot, and there's also tremendous influence of the wine culture and the wine industry, and there are so many unbelievable wineries surrounding us.
One of the great things of the winemaking process is that the whole family can be involved. You don't have to be 21 years of age to enjoy the vineyards, to taste the grapes, to taste the newly crushed juice.
This is an incredible opportunity to not only make wines for Aetna, but we will also have a micro-vinification program to make wines for our members.
We'll be able to put together a very intimate program based on each member's level of interest, from the casual member to the passionate member, and working every aspect of crush through bottling, fermentation, you name it. They have an opportunity to be part of it.
This is unlike anything in the world, and I think in the heart of Napa Valley, it's going to offer the bounty of what we have here in wine country.
Wine is something that's, to me, different than any other thing that you make, because it's a combination of a lot of passion, of a lot of history. The way you make a wine has to do with the way your grandfather made wine, the way your father planted his vineyard.
The family working together and seeing something that literally would take 15 to 20 years if you were to start with bare land, plant the vineyards, bring them up, and then start making the wine. To be able to happen with your family very quickly is a unique and wonderful, fun experience.
Here's this project in Aetna, in the heart of California, where the best wines of California are made. And you can come here and live this dream.
This is a really unique family destination. You look at it, this is Aetna Springs is a resort that encompasses absolutely everything that you could ever want, from having one of the only lakes in the Napa Valley that I know of.
There's a 180-acre lake, basically, that allowed us to really increase the amenities that we have and potentially add a golf course there also. We had brought in Tom Doak as a designer in to redo the old historic golf course here.
Tom Doak, to me, was an absolute perfect fit for this project. The way that his philosophy in the game of golf tying in the natural elements to the landscape and using as little earth moving as you can to build the golf course is such a perfect fit for the property.
Designing a golf course, you're working with nature. You understand that it's always changing and trees are growing and it's not going to look exactly the same in 10 years, and you've got to kind of anticipate that that will happen and leave room for it to happen. The history of Aetna and the background here of golf being played since the turn of the century, the property does really feel like it's been here forever, and it takes you back to what golf was like a century ago.
It's not just that there are wonderful resort amenities here, because there are. The golf, the lake, the boating, the hiking, all of those things. But this is happening inside your own residential community.
It is so pristine and so private. You really feel connected with the place, with the land, and it's a little decadent. The hillsides, the vineyards, everything you see here, and actually I'm sitting on a home site right now, won't change. And I think that's why we're so proud of being part of this project. It's truly a preserve, and it will be forever.
The architecture in relation to the natural landscape, I would say we're creating an unfolding architecture in a sense. The landscape is here, it's apparent, it's magnificent, it's dominant, and our job really in creating places for people is to probably insert it carefully, strategically, environmentally, so that you don't drive up and wow, it's all there in the first moment. It's probably something that you get a little piece of it, and then you go further and you get another piece of it, another piece of it.
So the ability to make the resort feel more like a retreat and less like a traditional destination resort will stem a lot from our ability to have the relationships with our members and guests, creating this relaxed camaraderie environment where we really get to know the people who are here and that are part of our daily interaction. One thing to have a concierge who can get you theater tickets or something like that. It's another to really make you an insider. And again, Napa Valley is at the epicenter of food and wine, and we think that with our concierge service really tightly networked into the community, that we can bring the community and access to certain things in the valley in a way that only an insider could really enjoy.
And aside from that, you're so close to, let's say, St. Helena if you want to go in for shopping or dinner. You know, you're an hour and a half away from San Francisco, or you can really seclude yourself away from everyone.
You've got a fantastic spa going back to some of the original mineral hot springs in all of Napa Valley.
Historically, so many of these private clubs have really been geared towards the men, and this place is so wonderful, Aetna, because it's geared towards all of us. It's geared towards my entire family.
The teenagers want to come, the grandparents want to come, and there's something here for everybody.
To think of the past, to think of the future, to know that your kids someday will be sharing in the exciting things that you're doing today is something really special.
It's impossible to walk this property to some of the view lines and not have something really strike a chord in your soul.
We couldn't put a better team together to take the Aetna project and our wines to the pinnacle of Napa Valley and Napa Valley winemaking.
With golf designed by Tom Doak, the wine program with the Mondavi family, the Catena family, and other consultants from Napa Valley, culinary experience, and this beautiful landscape, Aetna Springs Resort will be the crown jewel of Napa Valley.
I think people are going to really like finding a community of peers, of people who could all live anywhere in the world, but who choose to live here.
The people that I've talked to are just very excited that Aetna Springs will become even better than it was before. It's just a very, very special place.